Hello. Hello, hello, hello. This is Lorelei Fenton, and I'm your roving Ancient Awakenings reporter. And in my private life, I'm a transformational personal growth and life coach, which basically means big breakthroughs really quick. We're talking today about the channeling on July 29th, 2018. And it was a fabulous channeling. And we were visited by the commander of the Galactic Federation Fleet, Commander Ashtar. And then we were visited by one of the individuals known collectively as one who serves. And he also answered our direct questions, which he usually does every week. Now, this collective of several individuals does not use their known names and titles, the ones that people might know, or any titles or earlier names, in order to highlight the fact that we are all one. That's a pretty cool thing. Our channelings come through our very dear brother, James McConnell, who has been channeling for over 25 years. And that takes a huge commitment to do that and do it well, as I understand it. You know, be a clear and pure channel and know how to do that. So thank you, James. Commander Ashtar said he was so happy to be with us and to experience with us everything happening on the planet, both the planet outside of us and the one within us, because as within, so without. And the meditation we did, he said, was to have us really see and feel our oneness with everything. We've always been one, though we've followed kind of different directions in our various incarnations. But we came here with a purpose, Commander Ashtar says. And yes, we have had contracts. And now is the time to sever those contracts. They are no longer needed, and the Galactics applaud our severing of them. It's time to let go of the old and embrace the moment of now and look fondly to the future. We can sever these contracts, we're told, by calling Archangel Michael and his sword of truth to sever the many psychic ties that keep us in this 3D illusion. That's how we do that. So then we were advised not to see what's happening in the world as worrisome or depressing, and not to go take drugs to drown our sorrows. You know, we know what reality is as other people don't. And we are creating the future on the planet with every thought we have. Our thoughts are raising consciousness, and raising consciousness is raising our thoughts. So what we think and how we think is all important, because we're right now creating the future we want to live and are destined to live. We're creating that right now. So we're advised to let go of the past, live in the moment, be in the moment, and furthermore, to actually be the moment. Right? Then our wonderful brother, he left us, saying he will be back with us at the next advance, and he's also with us at this time. He's actually with us more than we can possibly imagine or know. So thank you, Commander Ashtar. Those wonderful words, we really appreciate it. So then we had our dear brother, one who serves, come on, and he told us everything is right where it needs to be, and we are in the exact right moment at the right time. And they've said that a lot, right? But they say it again because we need to really get it. I wonder, by the way, how thick-skulled we really are down here in the 3D reality. You know, because they say the same things to us every week, and every week we still ask the same questions, the very same questions once again, because we still didn't get it, you know? And that's true for all of us humans, and me too, by the way. I know this as a coach also. It's one thing to hear it, and it's another thing to actually get it. And repetition is one of the key ways to finally get it. So we are in the perfect moment. We are the source of everything. The source, and we are one. Or as Yeshua said, I and my Father are one. And this means we're told that the connection has always been there. And all we need to do is to know it's there. We are one. So we just need to be the one and be the Neo. We can all stop bullets, by the way, but only if we believe it. And we will come to believe this more and more as we raise our vibration and stay more and more in the higher dimensions of vibration. And our future and our journey ahead will be wonderful, as long as we believe it will be. I believe it will be. Do you? And then we got to our question and answer period. So, regarding these contracts, someone asked, seem to be on this topic for a little bit here, the contracts. Don't they expire automatically by the divine plan because we are in the ascension process? On this point, we were told it is important for us to consciously create the disconnect and go through the process of severing those contracts. Then as we move more into the ascension process, we will automatically sever them as well. However, this severing is part of our training, and we are being trained here. If we don't do this consciously, many of us are going to still be stuck in that old karma and we're in the programming. We are shifting, and also consciousness is shifting, which is why Commander Ashtar had told us had us in that meditation see from the galactic point of view, to see that the earth is moving ahead from how they see it. Maybe not from our perspective, we might not see it, but from how they see it, it is definitely moving ahead. So the contracts are not something that we should worry about per se, because we are protected. But we do want to ask Archangel Michael to sever them, even daily. And we should do this until we feel them go away and we feel more free. Then we're going to be able to more and more and more find the joy in every moment. Okay, so what about those chemtrails we all wanted to know? Are they being reduced right now, or is that in the future? So one who serves told us this. First of all, many folks don't see chemtrails. We see them and know the truth. But they see clouds or emissions from the planes. And yes, there is some of this chemtrail activity, but it has been curtailed a lot. And those pilots that are still doing it are really on autopilot, so to speak. You know, ironically, the pilots are on autopilot. They're just doing their jobs as it's laid out. However, the cabal is now running out of the funds, and it's running out quickly. And pretty soon, this activity is going to be gone completely. So then one of us said that she was feeling so great and feeling the change coming, and she wanted to know if the change would allow us to see and live in the 5D more and create what we're really passionate about. And certainly this is true, said one who served. And we're also going to have a lot less of the aches and pains and suffering that we've actually been used to. So one who serves made a point to emphasize he was using the term that we had been used to. So it should say that we had been used to, because we're now putting all of that in the past. And further, he tells us we now need to speak more of the now, how it is now in the moment. We can raise our vibrations and ask for them to be raised, and go out into nature and see the beauty, and even communicate with the animals and the plants telepathically. And that is the now. For instance, in the past I had aches and pains, but today it is beautiful and all is perfect. And we have to actually get in that higher vibration and speak from there. This is the now to speak about. And it will also create the future we want. Okay. So by the way, are you speaking to the animals by chance? One caller did feel that she was kind of connecting to a squirrel, and she wanted to know what that squirrel's message was for her. And one who served said that there was telepathy going on, and since she had asked that squirrel not to go into the house, that's why he actually turned away from the door. That's pretty cool, huh? Now with the animals, if we're harsh to them, they're going to understand that vibration. And if we're loving, they're going to understand that. So we're advised more and more to find the compassion and the love of the higher vibration, and to give that to the animals and to the plants as well. So that's kind of our sacred trust, I guess. Then a caller wanted to confirm if her higher self was actually who she believed it was. And also if we could be free to speak on this line as our higher self. And we were told it was better not to speak as our higher self for this particular program we're in at this point. Because if we do that, then everyone might do it, and some may or may not be accurate. It was also said that they cannot confirm a yes or a no on who's our higher self or who's our twin flame, because we need to go within, and we need to find this out for ourselves. And it was also noted that if a person has to get that confirmation of who that higher self is, then it's possible that he or she may not be communicating as he or she thinks she is or he is. So, okay, what about astrology and the equinox, I should say? Have you wondered what that has to do with the price of tea in China or our journey here of ascension? We were told that all of the astrological happenings that are coming, the lunar eclipses, the solar eclipses, the gateway openings, these are all part of the energies being brought into the planet. And they are coming from the higher vibrations and dimensions. And raising the vibrations and bringing us through this process is what they're doing. They're raising the vibrations and they're bringing us through this process smoothly. They're bringing us through in a calm, peaceful, consistent way. That's what those astrological occurrences are doing. Now, this is true from where they sit up there, right? The galactics and whatnot. Even though it might not always feel like it's true to us, right? From where we sit. What is the difference, by the way, between the Merkaba light body and the light mental body? I had not even heard of a light mental body, so this was news to me. But we are told that the Merkaba is our light body and our vehicle of travel for the light body. And it's always been there and a part of us, whether we knew it or not. And the Greek gods, when they were seen in their flaming chariots and such like that, were actually traveling in their Merkabahs. How about that? Now, the light mental body, on the other hand, is something that's part of us and our expression, but only if we recognize it and reestablish the connection. So this is all very interesting. I'm not sure my three-dimensional brain gets the difference, but it may need to get more to a 5D place in order to understand that exactly. So. One person, by the way, one of our callers, had some names coming to her in her dreams and awakenings as well. The names were Akira and Merlinda, and she wanted to know if she had new guides. And she was told they're not guides, and they're not of the human expression or in physical form, but they are ancient, and they've been a part of her and a part of her expression for a very long time. And they are here to assist her to remember. So cool. Have you, by the way, been dreaming of fire and dragons by any chance? This next caller was having such dreams like that. And we were told that they were actually expressing the Kundalini energy. Dragons are a higher expression of this Kundalini energy. And the fire that this person was experiencing was actually the fire within him. Dragons, by the way, are real, and they were on the earth in the past. And they have moved with the elves and the fairies and the sprites into the higher vibrations. And they are assisting our process here. So it seems like we're the last of the Mohicans here, right? We're the last ones to ascend. All of the elementals are already there and waiting for us. Yeah, and we think we're such the king of the hill, right? Oh my. By the way, we're no longer having dreams. This is what one who serves says. We're having experiences. Or if we prefer, we're having dream experiences. We want to speak of them as experiences because dreams make them occur not to be real, but they are real. Our mentors are going to be working, by the way, with our third eye at the advance and much more going into the future. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to have much greater experiences and knowing beyond the veil, so to speak, at that point. And of course, as we've been told in the past, the veil is gone now if we believe it's gone. So then one caller asked a question about a toad that she kept seeing in around her house. And then a toad and also some frogs showed up in a little clump like dead in her driveway. And she wanted to know what the message was. And for this, one who serves told her she had to go within to find the answer. There's much more than meets the eye here, but he can't tell her because she has to find it out for herself. And that might not be the answer she wants, he said, but sometimes the answer is the one someone needs and not the one someone wants. So one of our callers has had ships that come very close, and they flash their lights at her and perform all kinds of strange antics. And she's always very excited to see them. And she wanted to know if this was her family. She wanted to know if it was the Arcturians. The one who serves said they are playing with her, and they are having fun. And they can do this because she's open and she's expressing herself to them. And she's creating a connection. Now, he can't say if they are her family or Arcturian, but she should look for her inner knowing, and she should follow that and believe it. The more we believe, the more we will see. Also, we were told that this kind of thing will happen more and more as we go through the ascension process. And this same caller wanted to know also what was up with these crystal trees she was seeing in the center of the Merkabah ship, which she called the Aurora. And there was a huge column of light coming down through these beautiful crystal trees in what she saw in her experience. And this, by the way, is a ship that she's part of in some way. That's what we've heard in the past. So she thought perhaps that this was the heart and the soul of the ship. But she was told, no, this is the ship itself. This is the connection with all the consciousnesses within the ship and on the ship. And this is beyond our 3D comprehension. Everything is connected on these consciousness ships, and they are a higher vibration experiences. And the crystalline trees are a part of that particular experience. Now, he couldn't tell her any more, but he says that she will see these again because she personally is connected to them. And there may be others on this call as well that have that connection to them, but not everyone. So, okay, so another caller, our next person wanted to know what's going on with the fires in Greece and California. This was a really good question for a lot of people who were interested. And we were told that this is a purging of the old, letting go of the past and purging the old paradigm and the old regime. And this expression, by the way, is happening all over the place. It's not just with fires and volcanoes. The old program is purging and making way for the new. As we move into the new paradigm, the fires and such things will actually dissipate completely. And this is also, and we're also told that this is also the fires and volcanoes and so forth, is also somewhat part of the dark expression and the cabal. They are having their last stand, and they're not going to go quietly. Many have surrendered and moved over to the light, but some will absolutely never capitulate. And they will be the many arrests to come that we've all been hearing of. And some of those arrests we will see, and some of those we won't see. However, they will be taken out one way or the other, because once the vibration rises to a certain amount, if you will, those individuals who are not high enough literally cannot survive it. So then we were told that they are very excited for our advance in 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, and it will be an expression that's going to floor us and shock us. And James doesn't even know much of this. He himself doesn't know. And it will not only be amazing, but also what one might say spectacular. And we will find ourselves forever changed by this. Whoa! Woo! Holy moly, I want to be there. I want to be there! Oh my. So that was the end of our channeling, and I hope you're as excited as I am. May the prime creator of all things bless and keep you all. I send you love, light, joy, fun, play, ease, and prosperity, huge abundance and prosperity. Namaste, my dear brothers and sisters.